Yeah. Team Giver here!
How's everyone doing? We hope you guys watched the premiere of The Amazing Race Canada.
Team Giver was fired up, ready to start this race, see what's ahead of us. We could not wait for John Munt Giver to say go. He was supposed to say Giver, but there was a typo in the script.
Oh yeah. Guys, we just want to give you, get inside of Team Giver's head, and we really want to show you how we were feeling during the first leg of the race, because it was insane. When John Mount Giver said go, it was on, and our adrenaline was pumping through the roof, wasn't it, Kenneth?
It was. Even before the start line, Ryan and I were getting so fired up for this race to begin. We're in St. John's, we're waiting and waiting to get that call and start this race. Ryan and I had one of the best conversations of our lives. It prepped us, it got us ready, mindset, soul, body, you know it, baby. We talked about our friendship, the reason why we're friends, what we do together, and why we're gonna win.
Exactly. So, yeah, we had this super sweet chat, and honestly, the next day when we were on the start line, we were ready to go. Mentally, physically, spiritual. Ken is the spiritual guy. He knows how to say the words, you know what I'm saying? Emotionally, we were fired up. We were ready to go. So, the Morse code, as you guys saw, it was crazy, man. There was, the beep, 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 beep.
Like the first challenge, a mental challenge? Are you kidding me? Where's the jumping off stuff? Where's the cliff diving? Let me go fish for a halibut in the ocean.
Yeah, let us jump off the cliff into the ocean. We're on the East Coast, might as well. There's icebergs in there too.
So we're frustrated. All the teams are frustrated. This is the start of the race. Your attitude in this first challenge will determine how you run the rest of this race. Ryan and I, we tried our best on our own. We came up with a few good answers. We also got some help from local Newfoundlanders, some beautiful jogging chicks down at Signal Hill,
So we saw these girls, they were just cruising around on their daily jog of the day, and
boom, they see Team Giver, instantly stop in their tracks.
Yeah, and we're like, well, we got it, we were getting, a bit frustrated. We were keeping our cool like every other team, but this challenge was tough. So we need some help. We need to ask these Newfoundlanders to look some stuff up on their phone for us, which they did, and they helped us out in the end in a big, big way.
Totally.
And then we thought,
how could we thank these girls? What better than a good old kiss on the cheek, babe?
Oh yeah, each of us, kiss on the cheek, either side. Girls went beat red, legends. Hey, if you're watching, thanks a lot, because you guys are legends. It was so good. We kissed them on the cheek, we jumped in our Chevrolet, and off we were to the airport.
That's right, and I think in this first challenge we learned a lot about working with another team.
Yeah.
We worked with Adam and Andrea, Sam and Paul, and we got out of there together. We thought this is the first challenge of the race. Why be stuck here alone? Let's move ahead with some other teams, get to know them, feel out the vibes. Totally. Boom! We're on the way to the airport and off to Vancouver, baby.
East Coast to West Coast in one day, not even, half a day. It was super sick. So, yeah, as you know, me and Ken live in BC, so we're super stoked to go back to British Columbia and get on with the leg.
Vancouver, Capilano Bridge. This is a beautiful park in North Vancouver. We've never been there before. We're expecting some kind of hike, tour, mountain climbing, something fierce and adrenaline pumping. That's what we want.
Totally. So we knew we had to be at the bridge bright and early. So me and Kenneth, we got into the airport. We flew in super late. We're like, you know what? We're just gonna bunk out in the airport. That's how we would travel. We get there like whatever time it was. Pretty darn late. We're like, let's just chill out in the airport. We're not gonna get a hotel to stay at.
Tell me more.
We're just cruising in the airport. Wake up nice and early and get to that bridge.
That's right. So we arrived to see the Falconer. First, we get our clue. We're off to Gassy Jack, downtown Vancouver. Little historic district, baby. Gassy Jack.
Paddywhack Jack.
You want the flashback, Jack? We'll give you the cash bag, Jack.
Ken is wearing a snapback, Jack.
That's all good. Oh, dude,
I hope we win the jackpot, Jack.
Don't forget your backpack, Jack. Now, we get to Gassy Jack, roadblock. Who's feeling uptight? Ryan, in his mind, tells me, I am envisioning something high, something with heights, and he takes the challenge.
I'm doing it.
Roadblock.
I'm feeling uptight.
We're going to the historic Vancouver Fairmont Hotel.
Totally.
Cool, looking up. Ryan's like 20, 30, no, about 18 stories up. We'll
Yeah,
say
I think it
18.
was like on the video on the Amazing Race Canada page. I think it's like 150 feet up.
Yeah, about 150 feet. Ryan's up there. He's getting rigged in with a second team to arrive, and I'm stoked. Like, I wish I could be up there too, but one of us can only do this challenge, and I'm so fired up for Ryan. I know he can do it.
Dude.
Cheering him on.
Kenneth's fired up down bottom. I'm just frothing over his energy. And it's hilarious up there. What people don't realize is, you know, in the hotel and across the street, while you're on the slack line, there's people mooning you, you know, mooning you through the windows. And you're like, okay,
What is going on?
nice bum, you know, where you from?
West Coast, best coast, baby.
So yeah, the tightrope was crazy. You know, it was really difficult. I think the main thing was the rope that we were holding on in front of us, it was attached to the slack line itself by a carabiner. So every time you took a step, it was almost like the carabiner was getting in the way. So that was the most frustrating part for me. But you know, after a bit of practice and a couple tries, then I got it, and yeah, we were super fired up once we got the clue.
On Ryan's last attempt, his third attempt, I'm looking up, and the cord, the carabiner had gone behind him.
Yeah.
Right? It was behind you.
Yeah,
So Ryan's leaning back, and he's like, whoa, and I'm going, he's hanging on. He's only got a few more steps. 12, countdown's on, 10, 9.
Yeah.
Boom.
Usually it's in front of you, and then for some reason it got behind. But I was super stoked because once it was behind, I could take longer strides.
Yeah, man.
So it was a lot better. I wish I had that technique straight off the get-go because I think I would have got it right away if it was behind me.
Found the right way to do it. You brought us to the clue. We reunited at the street. Ryan's come firing down the stairs.
Kenneth was waiting like just outside the Fairmont. I've never seen his like face so like, you know, expressed. It was just like, Wah! It was so sick.
Yeah.
And then we were off to the detour.
Yeah. So pedal or paddle. Biking with a stick and a ball, we're not feeling that. If anything's got water in it, we want water. We want to be in a boat. We're going to command the ship. We're going to get through this detour. Plus, we're experienced paddlers. We know what we're doing out there. But little did we expect that dragon boating was going to be a bit tougher than we thought.
Oh yeah. When we arrived there, it was so sick. And I've told Kenneth this a few times, you know, I just envision it in my head. Just we get there, the sun is just shining on the water. There's barely any wind at all. The water is just like glistening.
Yeah.
Everyone is in their dragon boats just like ready for Team Giver to pick them.
Team Giver fires down the dock. We race in, and the only thought on my mind is, who wants to be the Python? The boat that beat its drum the loudest was the one we chose, and that was the right choice. Oh yeah, look out! Vancouver Rowing Club, this one's for you.
Yeah, Kenneth was back there steering the boat. It was super trippy, but yeah, once we got the hang of it, we got her done pretty quick. And
Ryan was so good in communicating with me as I was trying to grasp where I needed to be with the paddle. I could focus on that. Well, Ryan was focused ahead, and our teamwork, that like Team Giver, like this is how it works. That was a great example of how even if we don't get something the first time, we're not giving up. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna figure it out and move forward.
totally,
We're on to the next best thing.
totally.
And we get that clue. Guess who we're going to see?
We're going to see John Mount Giver.
Woo!
Getting that clue the first time, ripping open and see, find John at your next pit stop. I mean, that feeling, you could see us on TV just jumping up and down. It was insane.
You cannot You cannot understand what that feels like. We
Oh.
hope we can give you some kind of insight on it. But for our first leg of the race, the way we were feeling, it was the best
It was
ever. The
unreal.
best ever. We're in our cab. We're going to find the Van Dusen Botanical Gardens in the heart of Vancouver. John is in the middle of a maze.
Totally.
Back to a mental stretch.
Yeah, we get in the maze, and don't get me wrong, guys, we don't know what place we're in. We know we're at the top.
Yeah.
But well, we don't know that Andrea and Ebony are ahead of us. We don't know if they're behind us. We didn't know that they took a penalty. So that was crazy
Yeah.
as well. You know, once they came to the mat and John said they got to wait for the penalty. But yeah, we got in that maze. We figured it out pretty quick.
We were in and out of that. We were in that maze into John in like under 2 minutes. It
Yeah.
was great. I loved it. We raced through it. We backtracked when we needed to. Turned that corner, and there's Johnny boy.
Just listening in the sun, you know.
Team Gever, you're team number one.
Oh my gosh.
We are starting this off with a bang. This whole race, from start to finish, start of the leg to the end of the leg, it has been unreal.
It was so sick. And
Yeah.
now we're stoked to go to Fort Mac. As you guys saw at the end of the episode,
Yeah.
we're flying to Fort McMurray, Alberta. Tune into episode 2. You're not going to want to miss it.
Definitely. Keep posted. Stay with Team Gever, because we'll be back, baby. Know what I'm saying? Yeah! Gever! Yes!